What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Living Survival. Another rainy day here in Michigan, so I thought we'd take a look at another EDC folder from Kershaw. So today we're looking at the Kershaw Reverb XL. That's right, it is the XL version of the Reverb, a knife that was made specifically for hiking and backpacking, hence the clip. And you'll notice there's no thumb stud and no flipper, so very minimal design, made that way so that it doesn't catch on anything, either in your pocket or clipped onto a pack. The outside of the knife is really good looking. On the front side here you have this bluish gray G10, which is really nice. Again, there's no thumb stud or flipper. You have this carabiner attachment, which is really nice. I like that on the Skeletool from Leatherman. Can clip it onto my ridge line in my hammock, and I know right where it is, so I would use that for that as well. Lanyard hole, and then you have this piece of carbon fiber overlaid on there. On the flip side, it is a frame lock, but it is a fairly unique frame lock. You can see that the lock itself is actually sort of embedded in the frame and not just the edge portion of the frame itself. Although the knife is very good looking, it's maybe not the most user-friendly, especially for left-handed users. You do have this groove cut in here, and for righties, it's no big deal. You just sort of flick the blade open that way. You could use two hands or one hand method. You can get it open pretty quick once you start playing with the knife a bit. But for us lefties, a little bit more difficult. There's nothing to grab onto on this left-hand side, and you got to use your middle finger here to sort of flip it out. And then you do have that groove on this side as well as you do on the other side. So a little bit harder for lefties, maybe a deal breaker for some. I'm sort of used to that because I have a lot of multi-tools that the knife is on the other side there, and so I'm sort of used to that that opening. And then I also do carry on my right side, so when I carry on my right side, it's no big deal. And I've handled so many knives that for me it's not that big a deal to switch sides, but just something to note that you do not have a way to open it from the left side. Now let's talk a little bit about that frame, or the frame lock rather. You can see that when you open the knife here, just that center portion of the frame pops down, so it does take a second to get used to it. Normally on a full frame lock, you're pushing the whole, this whole side of the frame over to unlock the blade. On this specific one, you sort of got to get your thumb down in there, so that may be another con for some people, maybe with bigger thumbs, that it might be a little bit difficult to press that in there. Again, once you get used to it, I sort of just drive my nail down in there, or the tip of my thumb down in there, and press it and close it, and it works pretty well that way. So again, very nice looking on the outside with nice features such as that clip, lanyard hole, deep carry pocket clip, the G10 and the carbon fiber. The blade is really what drew me to this knife, with that sweeping belly there. I really like knives that have that belly, especially in a smaller folder such as this. You get a lot of slicing capability out of that, something that you could use on those hiking trips or on those backpacking or camping trips. This thing weighs in at only 2.2 ounces, so it's really lightweight, and you do have the titanium nitro or nitrate coating there on the blade, so it's not going to rust on you, which is really nice. It is 8CR13 MOV. Again, very easy to sharpen on the trail. It did come nice and sharp from the factory. Specs wise, it's a 3-inch overall blade, so it's more than an inch longer than the regular Reverb, but they did maintain the same width and the same height as to give it the same small package. So this one would be the one that I would buy out of the two, for the fact that you get that bigger blade size and not a much bigger overall knife. You can see the centering is dead on there. Something that I've noticed a lot from Kershaw in the last year or two is their attention to detail has really gone up. There's no blade play left and right, no blade play up and down, so really good lockup. And overall, just a nice knife for those lighter weight applications. It just buries right down in your pocket. The pocket clip, although slim, does have a lot of retention on it. So overall, a lot going for this knife if you can get past the fact that it's not the easiest left-handed opening, and it's also got a little bit different muscle memory there to close the knife. So I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section below. There will also be a link to where you guys can pick one of these up for yourself. It's only 29 bucks. It's a pretty good deal if you can get over some of the shortcomings that I as a lefty have with this particular blade. Kershaw has really stepped up their quality, and I'm really liking some of the stuff that they've been putting out in the past year or two. I hope you guys give this video a big thumbs up for me, and feel free to share it to any friends or family on your social media. If you haven't already done so, click that red subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of new videos.